Okay, so good morning, lecturer. Now I'm going to talk about my project proposal, and I will start with the problem context in the generative research. So the car to afford to buy a car at least one. So according to the research, the Malaysian is placed in a third place among the other country where we are having highest number of cars. And according to research that conducted by the Uber Malaysia, each driver in KL will spend around 152 hours in finding a parking spot. So there are some company is proposing some solution to cope with the issue, which is having the valet parking service that involve the customer and valet, but the system is not efficiency and also systematic. And the aim of the research that we are focusing is to develop a mobile application-based valet parking service, which improve the efficiency and interaction between customer and valet in requesting a valet parking service. So here is some research questions. And for the research method that we are using is the diary study and also the semi-structured interview. So in the diary studies, we use the qualitative data collection where it used to collect the user behavior and also their experience. So this is able to provide us a view of the user habits in engaging with the products and also the similar service. So the data behavior that we will collect from the drivers who represent the user of the valet parking service apps. So in the semi-structured interview, we will use the data collected from the diary study above, and we will explore even more from the SAM respondent. And here we have three participants in our research, which are the staff, user, and also the management staff. So the firstly, two staff who represent the valets. We will distribute 14 samples to them, which is 14 collected notes. And followed by 3 users who represent the customer. So there are 14 samples. And lastly is 2 management staff will represent the company, which having 8 samples. So the novelty for the research idea is that currently in Malaysia, we are the first kind of the valet parking service that using mobile technology. The other similar application that having a similar solution, which is the Park Easy and also Park It, is also introduced to cope with the issues above. But we are more focusing on the mobile technology in offering users the time efficiency and better interaction with valets, where they could get their car parked quick without wasting their time in searching a parking spot. So the limitation of the study is that because our research is focusing on helping the drivers to get their car parked instead of providing a really good payment method for them. In our current mobile application, they only can pay for the valet parking service fees, but they cannot pay for the parking fees. So the parking fees they need to pay by on the parking payment machine which is located at the area. So they have to separate the payment lah. One is pay the parking payment, and other is pay for the valet parking fees. So for the affinity analysis, we have 3 levels. The first level will represent the user, which is the driver. The second level will be the second level. There are 3 levels. So there are 3 types of user that are involved, which is the user who represent the driver, the staff who represent the valet, and the company who represent the valet parking service company. So here is the first level of the user customer, and the first level that collected from the valet, and the first level that collected from the management of the valet parking company. So here is the second level. Second level, we will merge the similar nodes from the first level. And the third level, which is the last level, we will merge even more the similar nodes from second level to third level. So in third level, we can get to know that we need to improve the overall experience and also efficiency in requesting a valet parking service by using the mobile technology. So the second is the real-time monitoring the location of the customer cars is needed to show the reliability of the valet parking service. And third will be the payment should complete in online platform, and the transaction history also must be visible to user through the application. The company should have full access and control on the quality of the service that provided by the valets and ensure the customer financial security being protected, such as their security of their vehicles. So here is the chart for the affinity analysis. So they are involved of 3 levels. So here is a zoom in of the image. Here is some design idea that we discussed to implement in our solution. So start from our abstract of our proposal is that we are focusing on improve the way of interaction between the customer and valet in terms of requesting and also receiving the valet parking services from both sides. So if you allow the customer to request a valet from the mobile application and send their precise current location to the valet through the GPS API. So the important feature that aside of this is that the real-time monitoring the customer car location. So this will actually able to ensure their security of their vehicles and also improve the reliability that given to the customer on our services. So the introduction we have. So actually, we are talking about some related work that being done by the others company, which is the Park Easy and Park Kit application that we are discussed in the early. So this application also providing similar solution, but they are giving customer knowledge of where is the location that the parking spot is available instead of helping them to park their car. So it's really a different solution. So we will continue to the motivation. So to gain the motivation from the customer and valet of the online valet parking service, we decide to generate the idea by retrieving the data through the diary study, and also the semi-structured interview. And the data collected were based on the limitation in the current process of the valet parking service. So the data they collected from a total 7 users, who are 2 valets, 3 customers, and also 2 from management staff of the company. So the customer will represent the main user to on the system will agree on having a mobile application base of online request a valet parking service. And also the main purpose or objective here is to overcome the issue that customer face when they are interacting with valet during the entire process of the valet parking service. So the issue that they face, such as difficulty in locating their service, in locating their current position, inconvenient payment method, lack of booking appointment, and also low level of safety measure to their vehicles. So for the secondly is the valet. They discuss about the issue that they face during their fulfilling the customer request due to the current weak communication medium use. So the third is the management of the valet parking service company, is focused on the limitation that they currently experience due to the lack of using the system-based record transaction and also less effective medium in helping them to have a view of the customer complaint and improve it in future. So we will talk about the description of the project. So basically, we have 3 use cases here that that related to our project. So the first use case that we can see from here, the customer called John is requesting a valet parking service from the mobile application at Sri Petaling location street. So by using our application, he can easily request the valet by sending his current location to the corporate through the GPS and the apps. So due to the contribution to the apps, he feel more reliable because he can able to see the location of his car in a real time. So he will not worry that his car is driven by the valet to anywhere. And also he can, if he want to get her car back to his current location, he can easily make a request to the apps, and the valet will deliver the car to them. And yeah, and John also able to track his car on time track his car in real time. So he can also estimate when is his car is going to arrive to his current location. And John is also more prefer using the e-wallet payment method in the apps to pay the parking fees instead of using the cash, because he feel this method is more quick and efficient. So for the second use case is the wallet, the wallet called Peter. So he's accepting the customer request from the apps. And the mobile application provide him a view of all requests applied from customer in real time, which help him to decrease the chances of delay response to them. And the apps also show the customer current location to Peter, so he can easily catch where they actually located at. So I can feel the customer are more comfortable and trust on the Peter, because they could verify their identity easily through the apps. Um, because sometimes there are traffic jam in front of in front of Peter's, so there are some delay in returning the car to customer. And because customer can view their car's location, so they won't questioning too much. And also the payment method that Peter feel is good, because there no more needed to provide the paper-based receipt, and also the remaining amount of change to them. So the use case number 3 is whether parking service corporate the company will have more control over the customer feedback by referring to the apps. And also there are less complaint compared to the previous issues of unable to request the wallet on the phone line. Because now unlike the previous system, they have to call using the phone line, so sometimes when 2 to 3 customer is calling at the same time, the phone line will be busy. But now, since on the application base, so this problem will be solved. And also the reliability of service provided to the customer is also improved in terms of the car security concern, because uh, we are using the GPS track to real-time tracking the vehicle's location. And also the company feel the valet parking service, that the process of managing the service between the valet and customer is more efficient than before. So for the technical requirement here, we are using the Google Map API and also the automating testing tool to cope with the challenge that we are facing in implement this solution. So yeah, the Google Map API that we are using is we get the Google Map API key from the Google Console platform website, and we implement in our application to get the Google Map view. And also it can track the current location of the users and display it to the wallets. So the automation testing tool that we're using is the Firebase SDK. The Firebase test lab. So it is the testing method that we use to test our application. So here is the task and the milestone, which is the Gantt chart of our project. Alright, so I think that's all from my proposal. Okay, thank you for your time, lecturer. Have a nice day.